Hello, my name is Keith Maggert. I am a professor of molecular and cellular biology at the College of Science here at the University of Arizona. What is molecular and cellular biology? That's the name of the department. We call ourselves MCB. But molecular and cellular biology is the subfield of biology that's dedicated to understanding molecular mechanisms and cellular biology. So molecular mechanisms usually involve understanding how information stored in the DNA molecule is replicated, transcribed, translated, and how that information, when expressed, controls the behaviors of cells, of tissues, of organisms, of ecosystems. And cellular biology is the study of how the structures in a cell perform their functions and how those functions, when they go awry, lead to disease states. So the Department of Molecular and Cellular Biology studies really two different aspects of the sort of basic biology. One is to understand how these complicated processes work, and the other thing we study is how, when there's defects in those processes, it leads to a human disease. Why would somebody want a degree in molecular and cellular biology? Well, one reason is because you want to understand how life works. The basic building block of life is the cell, and it's still full of mysteries. There's so much that we know about how it works, enough to fill textbooks. Dig just a little bit below the surface and you realize that there's an awful lot that we don't know. If your goal is to become a scientist, MCB is a fantastic department because you learn all the basics. You learn about the basics in multiple different systems, in how life functions in a bacterial cell, in a fungal cell, in an animal cell, in a Drosophila fruit fly, in a C. elegans worm. You can learn about how things function when taken out of the cell. This is called biochemistry. How proteins interact with each other, how DNA unwinds when it replicates, how it fixes itself when there's damage. And we also study how ecosystems function, how they change over time in response to environmental alterations, how organisms and their genomes evolve and change and adapt to things that are happening to them. All of this basic knowledge is the sort of thing that you'll learn with a degree in molecular and cellular biology. If your goal is to become a clinician, a doctor, a nurse, a pharmacist, MCB is a perfect opportunity because you can't understand how a disease functions in a complicated system like a human body unless you understand it at a tissue level and at a cellular level and at the DNA level. And those are the areas that we focus on in our research and in our teaching. In the Department of Molecular and Cellular Biology, we have absolutely extraordinary advisors who will listen to your needs, understand your background and what challenges you face, as well as what your goals are in college. And they will help you design your path through our major. If you have any questions, come see us. If you wish to get a degree in molecular and cellular biology, we'd be happy to have you. Come make a meeting with one of our advisors. You can check out our webpage online or check out the link below and get started on your journey.